Your neighbor's Civic has a 4-cylinder engine, so does this. One of them makes 200 horsepower. The other makes 14 times that. Stick around because number 1 makes more power than a Bugatti Chiron from an engine you could fit in a suitcase.
805 horsepower. Let that sink in for a second. That's Lamborghini Revuelto territory from a brand almost nobody outside China has heard of. The M-Hero M800 is built by Dongfeng, and it runs an EREV setup, extended range electric vehicle. Under the hood sits a 1.5-liter turbocharged inline-4, not 2.0, not 3.0, 1.5, smaller than the engine in a base Honda Civic. That little 4-cylinder isn't even connected to the wheels. Its only job is to spin a generator and keep the battery topped up. The actual power, all 805 horsepower of it, comes from 3 electric motors, 1 up front, 2 out back. The result? A body-on-frame off-roader that can out-accelerate cars costing 3 times as much, while still fording rivers and crawling rocks. Tied at 805 horsepower, the M-Hero 917 Dragon Armor Edition. Same platform, same 1.5-liter turbo 4 generator, same 3-motor layout as the M800, just wrapped in a tougher military-inspired shell built for extreme off-road abuse. Here's the pattern you're going to notice across this entire list. None of these engines are trying to directly power the car. They're trying to feed electricity to motors that do the real work. The 4-cylinder isn't the star, it's the backup generator, and that changes everything about how much power is actually possible. Hongqi, if that name means nothing to you, this is the brand that built China's state limousines, the cars that carried Chairman Mao. Now they've built an off-roader gunning straight for the Mercedes G-Class and beating it on paper. 831 horsepower, a 2.0-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder acting as a range extender, feeding 4 separate electric motors, 1 at each wheel. That's full torque vectoring, wheel by wheel, software controlled. For comparison, the Mercedes-AMG G63 with its twin-turbo V8 makes 577 horsepower. The G919 beats it by 254 horsepower, using half the cylinders. Body-on-frame construction, 3 locking differentials, air suspension. This isn't a soft luxury SUV playing dress-up as an off-roader. It's the real thing, just electrified.
Great Wall Motors' Tank brand built its reputation on rugged, old-school 4x4s. The Tank 500 Hi4Z is anything but old-school under the skin. 863 horsepower from a 2.0-liter Turbo 4 paired with dual electric motors, 1 integrated into the transmission up front, 1 independently driving the rear axle. GWM calls this the Hi4Z architecture, and it's a genuine engineering leap because there's no mechanical drive shaft connecting front and rear. The battery pack can sit low in the chassis instead of eating into cargo space. 0 to 60 in 4.4 seconds in a body-on-frame SUV with a solid rear axle and real off-road hardware. Let that combination sit with you for a second. This thing will keep pace with a sports car and ford a river.
Denza, BYD's premium sub-brand, built the N9 as a 3-row, 6-seat family SUV. Captain's chairs, zero-gravity recline, a cabin designed for comfortable long-haul family trips. It also makes 925 horsepower. Under the hood, a 2.0-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder working alongside a tri-motor electric system, 1 motor up front, 2 independently driving the rear wheels with torque vectoring built in. Sub-4 seconds 0 to 60 in a vehicle designed to carry 6 passengers and their luggage across a continent. This is the moment the pattern really clicks. These aren't stripped-out track weapons. They're luxury family SUVs, off-roaders, even limousine-adjacent flagships, and the 4-cylinder plus electric formula is quietly making all of them faster than dedicated performance cars from a decade ago. Lotus, the brand that built its entire 75-year identity on one philosophy: simplify, then add lightness. Colin Chapman's mantra: small, light, minimal. They just built a 952 horsepower plug-in hybrid SUV. The Eletre, for me,
badged Eletre X outside China, borrows its powertrain directly from the Zeekr 9X, a 2.0-liter turbocharged four-cylinder generating 275 horsepower on its own, working with dual electric motors for a combined 952, 0 to 60 in 3.3 seconds, in an SUV weighing over 5,700 pounds. Lotus had publicly committed to going EV only by 2028. This PHEV is the company admitting the market wasn't ready and building the most powerful vehicle in Lotus history to prove they could still win either way.
1,200 horsepower from a BYD sub-brand most Western buyers have never heard of in a full-size luxury SUV that can also float. The YangWang U8 runs a 2.0-liter turbocharged four-cylinder as a pure range extender. Again, not connected to the wheels, feeding 4 independent electric motors, one per wheel, through BYD's E4 platform, 1,200 horsepower combined. 0 to 62 in 3.6 seconds in a nearly 4-ton vehicle. And yes, float. If the U8 detects water deeper than its weighting limit, it shuts the engine off, seals up, and can genuinely stay buoyant for around 30 minutes. Tank turns, crab walking sideways into parking spots. This is a Chinese engineering flex disguised as an SUV.
1,341 horsepower. And here's the twist. This isn't even the strangest number about this car. It's the engine architecture. The YangWang U7 uses a 2.0-liter turbocharged boxer four-cylinder, a horizontally opposed layout. BYD's engineers call it the first four-cylinder boxer engine ever built for a Chinese production car. It was chosen specifically because it's shorter in height than a standard inline-four, letting engineers keep the U7's hood dramatically low for better aerodynamics, 0.195 drag coefficient, supercar slippery. That engine works with 4 electric motors for a combined 1,341 horsepower and a 2.9 second 0 to 60 in a luxury sedan aimed directly at the Mercedes S-Class.
1,381 horsepower. Zeekr's 8X shares its entire powertrain with the car in the #1 spot. The same 2.0-liter turbo four-cylinder, the same tri-motor electric system, the same 900-volt architecture. Positioned as a slightly smaller, slightly cheaper alternative to Zeekr's flagship, the 8X still throws down a 2.96 second 0 to 62 time. Think about that number for a second. A mid-size luxury SUV quicker than a Porsche 911 Turbo S, running on an engine you'd find in a family hatchback. Zeekr's flagship, also 1,381 horsepower, also a 2.0-liter Turbo 4, 275 horsepower on its own, paired with 3 electric motors on a 900-volt platform, 3.1 seconds to 60, in a nearly 3-ton, 3-row, 6-seat luxury SUV with a 70 kilowatt-hour battery, the largest ever fitted to a PHEV. So, here's where we land. The single most powerful four-cylinder engine setup on the planet doesn't belong to a hypercar, it belongs to a family SUV that can carry 6 people, tow, charge in 9 minutes, and still out-accelerate a Ferrari 296 GTB off the line. 100 years of four-cylinder meaning small and cheap, rewritten by a 2.0-liter engine that barely does any of the actual work.
If a four-cylinder can do 1,381 horsepower, imagine what a real hypercar engine does. Right there on screen. Go watch it.